with your 1003, is that correct? Yep. You're allowed to respond, just don't say names. You can answer my questions. Don't worry if you get it wrong. I'm here to fix that because I know what I'm talking about. Yeah? Yeah, so it'll take a while for you to get used to my writing, but I always talk through it as well. So the surface area of any 3D object is the total area of all the external faces. So what are the external faces of this Nike box? This is made up of a bunch of rectangles. Well done. You'd have to find the area of 6 rectangles on that. So an object with planar faces is one where all the sides are flat. So this is my first formula for you. The surface area of an object with planar faces is equal to the sum of the area of all the faces. Which operation in maths am I talking about when I say sum? Is it add, subtract, times, or divide? Good. So if you didn't know that, put a little star, adding. So that's your first formula. The surface area of an object that has flat sides is the sum of the area of all the faces. Anything in black in my lessons, don't copy down. It's just for me to help me teach it to you. Does that make sense? Like, I talk through it, but the absolute stuff that goes on your cheat sheet or stuff that you should get in your book is in blue. But see this, the problem with saying this, the sum of the area of all the faces. Have I actually taught you how to find the area of different shapes yet? You would have hammered that with year 8, year 9. That's why I was saying what I asked you before was year 9 work. But I just roasted you immediately because I like to do that. Okay? Bring it down a peg. So here is some formula to remind you. Hopefully you know how to find the area of a rectangle. What's special about a square? Is a square a type of rectangle? What's special about the square there? All the sides are the same, but it's still a rectangle, okay? So the square or a rectangle, you times the length by the width of it, that's the area. So get a quick, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be understandable by you so you can use it in the booklet that I'm going to show you you're working through. There is no test in this topic. You've got a booklet that you work through. I'll give you credit for the booklet. Question?
What does it say on the triangle one?
This one says triangle area is equal to B times H divided by 2. Is that what you're asking about? Yeah. Question?
Was 2,380 square grams?
No. So a triangle, what's special about a triangle? Hopefully you remember that that's the formula for it because most teachers will hammer that. But why does it work? Every triangle is just half of a rectangle. Let me draw it for you. If I did a line going up like this and across and then down like that, that's a rectangle. And that's using the other 2 halves of the triangle. So a triangle is just half of a rectangle. Get the circle down, please. The area of a circle is pi times by the radius squared. So all you need to know about the circle is the distance from the middle to the edge, the radius. Is that a teacher talking or is that like a recording?
Yeah, that's a teacher.
It sounds like the 1940s, man. All right, parallelogram, that's easy. It's very similar to a rectangle. It's the base times by the height. You can think of a parallelogram. They got a rectangle and they just pushed it to make it wonky slightly. So most of the time, my actual teaching will be 10 to 15 minutes at the start. The rest of our time, I'm going to patrol around, help you out. We can talk shop. I like mountain bikes now. I like sneakers. I like cars, whatever. It's pretty chill after this. Sit down, shut your mouth, because I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to make sure you know what you're talking about. Okay? That's how this is going to work. So the last formula that you need is the trapezium. So that's when you've got a short side and a long side parallel to each other. And then you've got the two sides that go out. The area of that is whatever A is plus B. You divide that answer by 2. And then you times it by the height, which is the distance between A and B. Can you make sure you've got those 5 formula down, please? And then we will together find the answer to my challenge question. Is there someone at the door? I might as well go over the thing that I do at the start of the year. Don't call me sir. I know all of your names already. My name is Mr. T or Mr. 12. If I've spent the time to work out what your names are, surely you can remember one person's name. Is that fair? My name is Mr. 12, and it's not sir. How are you going to know which YouTube channel to subscribe to if you didn't know?
I'm already subscribed.
You're already subbed. Damn, damn girl. Yeah. You need to hit that bell. The only bad thing about subbing and turning the bells on is I upload a bunch of stuff all at the same time, so it's going to mess up your feed. Because every lesson of the day. Wednesdays is harsh. 5 lessons. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So have I shown you how to find the area of a triangle now? Base times height divided by 2. We cool with that? Do we know how to find the area of a rectangle now? Length times width. What are the shapes on this thing? What are the flat shapes on this shape? Rectangles and triangles only. Okay? But this is harder. Okay? I really respect your attempt. But, okay, if we know that this is 20 and the whole thing is 32, how tall is the pyramid?
10.
Not quite.
12.
12? 12 is the difference between... That's fine. We're going to make mistakes. We'll fix it after, yeah? 20, 32. So, okay, that might help to remind yourself that that is 12 centimeters. Is 12 centimeters how tall those triangles are? Who says yes, that 12 is how tall those triangles are? 1? Who says no? Can you maybe explain to me why? It's all right. Why is it no?
It's on like a slant.
Can you see how those triangles are at a slant? So do you know what your height is? Like, do you know how tall you are? I know your name, I just can't.
What?
Do you know how... You just said it, I'm going to have to fucking meet you. How tall are you?
I don't know, 6 foot.
Let's say he's 6 foot. If he's lying down, is he suddenly 0 centimeters tall? Are you still 6 foot when you're lying down?
Yes.
Good. So the height of this triangle isn't the wonky height of it. The height of that triangle, let me draw the height of the triangle, is from the middle here up to the point. Do you agree? And because that went down to the middle, we have down to the center of the rectangle there. What kind of a triangle is that going to be hovering in the middle there? What's special about the angle in the middle?
Right angle.
It's right angle. And do you know about a guy whose name starts with P that tells you all about right angled triangles? Have you heard about that? What's it? A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared? Have you done Pythagoras before? Am I going to have to hassle Mr. E?
Did do it.
You did?
We did.
Okay. So, this triangle here, I want to work out that hypotenuse. How long is the bottom of it going to be? That goes from the middle out to the edge. Yeah?
5 centimeters.
Can you explain why it's 5?
It's half of the bottom.
How long is this side?
That's 10.
It's 10. This dotted line goes down to the middle of it. It goes from halfway to the edge. It's going to be 5. So let's call that A for now. So this is 5. How tall is that how long is this? How long is that meant to be? It's drawn on this 12. Good. So do I have all I need to work out how long A is using Pythagoras? 5 squared plus 12 squared equals A squared. What's 5 squared? 5 times by 5 would be?
25.
25. Plus 12 times by 12 would be?
144.
Good. Okay, some people know their times tables. A squared. 144 plus 25 is going to be 169. Nice. And A squared, what's the opposite of squaring something? Square root. So A is going to be 13. This length here is 13. That triangle is how many centimeters tall? 13.
13.
I'm going to use a different color. Let's use this. Is the height of this triangle here going to be the same? I like that. Why did you shake your head? Why is it not? Because it's true.
Front side's different to the
Exactly. So, I wish I could say you know. But at the back, he noticed that this was 10. So halfway was 5. Is my halfway for this triangle here, down and to the right, is that still going to be 5?
No.
What's the halfway going to be? Excellent. That's 9. Is it still 12 centimeters tall though?
Yes.
That's still 12. That didn't change. We're still in the middle. But that's longer. Can we use Pythagoras again? Let's call this B. So 9 squared plus 12 squared equals B squared. What's 9 squared? 9 times 9.
81.
81 plus, what did you tell me 12 squared was before? 144 equals B squared. 144 plus 81, that's 225 is B squared. What's the opposite of squaring something?
Square root.
What's the square root of 225 is 15. Ooh. So do I know how tall that other side triangle is now?
Yes.
So how many triangles do we have to find the area of? 2 front and back, and 2 on the sides. Good, let's do that. So I'll do the purple ones here. Area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is the base. So what's the base of this? Across there, it's 18. Base times by height. How tall did we just decide that triangle was? 13. And we divide that answer by 2. Let's see if I can work out how to use my iPad because I'm a 40-year-old man. 18 times 13 divided by 2. So one of those triangles is 117 square centimeters. So the front triangle is 117. Is there another triangle that's going to be 117?
Back.
The back as well? Good. So let's keep that in mind. 2 of them. So 2 will be... 2 of them is going to be 234. And I'm going to put an underline there because we know right now front and back. Someone tell me the working out for left and right triangles. What's the base of the left or the right triangle? How long is it? 10. Hold on. Good. Area triangle equals 10. How tall is that triangle? It's not 12.
15.
15 over 2. 10 times 15 is 150 divided by 2. That's 75 square centimeters. So 2 will be 150. So have we currently now dealt with the pyramid at the top? We've done front and back triangles, left and right. What shape's the left?
There's rectangle.
The rectangle is good. Are there a few pairs of that?
Yes.
2 pairs.
The front and back are going to be the same? Left and right are going to be the same? Someone else tell me.
Top and bottom.
Is the bottom is exposed, but is the top exposed? No. I'm not going to have to find the top, but the bottom I'll have to, okay? So, someone tell me, what's the area of the front, the one that's facing you, going to be? How long is it? 18, and how tall is it?
20.
Good. Area of front rectangle is going to be 18 times by 20.
160.
18 times 20, look at you racing me, 360. But how many of the front rectangles are there going to be? There's 2 because it's the front and the back, right? Well done. So 2 will be 720 square centimeters. Underline. What are we missing now? We've done the front and back rectangles. What's missing still? The sides. What's the area of those going to be? How long is it? 10 by? Good. 10 by 20. That's going to be 200 square centimeters. But how many of there are there? 2. So 2 will be 400 square centimeters. What is the only side that's missing?
The bottom.
What's the area of the bottom going to be?
180.
Good. So area of the bottom, area of rectangle is going to be 18 times 10. It's going to be 180 square centimeters. Do I have to double that? Do I need to go, there's 2 of those? Because the top's sandwiched. Okay, I like that you said there might be the top, but it's not open. It's closed. So underline that. What do I need to do with all the underlined numbers to get the total surface area?
Times them. Add them.
Times them. Add them. Okay, because what did this formula say? Sum of all the areas? Did we find the sum of all the... Did we find all the areas? Have we summed them yet? No. So add them all together. We're going to have 234 plus 150 plus 720 plus 400 plus 180, 1684. Therefore, total. I'm going to leave that working up there. I'm going to stop the video so you can talk.